Welcome to episode 8 of April Anger 2026. We're starting the quarterfinals this video. Our first match is going to be between Kazuya and Dr. Mario. Now, you may have already noticed, but due to the way math works, there's only 4 quarterfinals matches, which means that this is the one weirdly short video of the tournament series. The 2 videos after this will also be slightly shorter than normal, because they will not be covering the full 8 matches, because there won't be 8 matches per level of the bracket. But you should know that the semifinals will be best of 3, and the finals is best of 5 every year. Kazuya getting a strong lead to start off, gets Dr. Mario off stage, where Dr. Mario is arguably the weakest. Both of these amiibo hit hard and don't have a hard time finding kills, so it'll be interesting to see who hits harder first. Hits hard firster? Yeah, there's probably some clever wordplay in there that I'm just not thinking of. Dr. Mario almost getting killed off the top for going for Dr. Tornado. Both characters missing strong moves. Dr. Mario about 130%. A lot of things from Kazuya will be killing. Apparently not an up special though. Gets a footstool on Kazuya. Back throw? No, he actually goes for an up throw. Interesting. Dr. Mario actually having enough percentage that the move that Kazuya used, which I assume was an Electric Wind God Fist, actually didn't combo. And Kazuya takes the first stock. Going a bit high. Makes it back to the stage. Dr. Mario should be looking for a kill here. And it looks like he just found one with a forward smash. He's about 30% behind, and he held that up smash for way too long, so he got kicked in the head by Kazuya. Up tilt to jab, not normally a combo you see Dr. Mario's go for. Both contestants having a similar percentage all of a sudden. One of the side effects of being a read-heavy character, I suppose. Air dodging down to the ledge. That can be pretty risky because if you actually don't grab the ledge, then you just air dodged past it. And of course, air dodging down in general can be a little risky. If you land on ground, there is a little bit of an air dodge landing lag. Oh, from the ledge, that's going to take Dr. Mario's second stock. Kazuya still has a bit of rage, actually just got it knocked right out of him by Dr. Mario. Makes it to the platform. Dr. Mario with a very ambitious up smash, but it actually worked. Only 30% behind on his final stock. Truly anybody's game. Kazuya exerting enough pressure. Dr. Mario was actually caught at the ledge there, so he had fewer options than he would normally have. Both of these amiibo usually do pretty well in all the April Anger tournaments they've been in. Dr. Mario being here from pretty much the beginning, he's actually done pretty well in, I think, almost every single year. Kazuya being a newer amiibo, he's been in fewer tournaments, but the Kazuya CPU is generally regarded as one of the best, if not the best in the game. Down special is going to take Dr. Mario's final stock. That match is going to go to Kazuya. And for our next match, we're going to be having Mii Gunner against Zelda. Looks like we're going to be on Kalos Pokemon League for this one. Wide open stage in the tournament list. This is actually one of the stages that's most commonly chosen for projectile characters, simply because the area in the middle doesn't have any platforms you can retreat to. The other alternative being Final Destination. And both of these characters are definitely projectile-heavy characters. Definitely seems to be one of the character types that the amiibo AI in general seems to struggle with. That either being the big boys or amiibo who can spam projectiles. Now, our amiibo don't really seem to spam too many projectiles. However, it is something they can do. Mii Gunner actually able to make that back with the higher recovery. Zelda going for another spike, trying to finish the job. Zelda's life has been saved, destroyed by Mii Gunner. That was some interesting offstage shenanigans. Mii Gunner kept accidentally saving Zelda, trying to recover back the stage. And Zelda tried to repetitively spike Mii Gunner into the abyss, only to fail. And with that sweet spot, that's gonna take him to pretty much even for this second stock. Zelda surprisingly avoiding the punish for that point-blank Din's fire. Getting a couple sweet spot aerials. Coming up from the ledge a little bit slow, but she managed to land an up tilt. Zelda's up tilt isn't a really great move, to be honest. It comes out slow and does damage, but not like amazing damage. However, if you can hit someone with the late part of it, you can actually kind of combo the opponent. So it's kind of rewarding if you hit it, but it's a little hard to do so. But that's one of the balances that goes into Zelda being, first of all, a character who's very good at camping. And aside from that, like, her character archetype is a little bit slower, kind of to make up for how hard-hitting some of her moves really are. Up smash from Mii Gunner, not quite enough to kill it 100%. Going off stage, Mii Gunner trying to get another spike, doesn't get it though. Zelda off stage, gets clipped by a falling up air, not quite enough to kill. Zelda lands another 2 sweet spots in a row, actually. And her up air, it may have a weak spot in it, but it's effectively one big sweet spot. So it's more of you either hit it or don't. Which I guess is any move when you think about it. But in general, it's a large explosion, so you can think of it as the weak spot of being a little bit hard to time. And forward air is going to take that match a little sooner than I was expecting. Thought Mii Gunner could have at least taken another 20% before dying, but looks like no. And next up we have Byleth against Link. Going to be on Smashville for this one. Two characters who I can only describe as them being walking armories. They just have a lot of weapons on their person. Granted, Byleth's is a little more of a exaggeration from her game in that normally you can only hold so many weapons at a time in a Fire Emblem game. Some characters get multiple weapons to their name, and from what I understand, one of the whole points is that since Byleth is the main character, she can pick one of the weapons. I believe it's tied to whichever route you're going through. So she's a little bit of a composite character for Smash Bros. Ultimate, in that in any given save file, she shouldn't be carrying all those weapons at any given time. But this is also a game for fun, so they let her have all that stuff. And then Link is actually, depending on which game he's in, he's actually carrying a lot more stuff on his person. But still, in both cases, it's a lot of weaponry for, well, a single anybody to be carrying. Link recovers again, avoids Byleth's ledge guarding, and gets a really quick kill with a forward air off stage. Usually not a conversion you'd see a Link go for. Link has to recover yet again. He's managed it so far, but Byleth does have some pretty scary get-up option deniers. Byleth misses the ledge. That might just be the match for her. Side special does take Link's stock, but considering he's a stock ahead and he didn't particularly seem to be struggling on that second stock, I don't know if Byleth's going to be making this back. Also, Byleth does have long range. Link has less range, but still pretty long range, and his arrow comes out a lot faster than Byleth's does. Although if he keeps landing into these side specials, he's not going to be having a great time. He gets hit by a down tilt from Byleth, but she doesn't get a combo off of it. Side special is just high enough reaching to hit the platform. Link with the most telegraphed ledge trump of all time. Unsurprisingly, it doesn't work. Goes for another arrow, shoots it short though. Byleth actually grabs it. A lot of people don't realize you can. And in all fairness, if you grab Link's arrow, you can of course throw it at him, but it's not doing A lot of damage. Byleth keeps going for the down tilt at ledge instead of forward smash. Interesting, because forward smash would kill, and down tilt she's just not confirming off of. Up smash is going to be taking Byleth's stock. I'll bet right now she's really wishing she had one more stock to spare. And that brings us to Kirby Smash Brothers against Bowser. Gonna be on Final Destination for this one. Good thing both characters are colored dark blue, otherwise they wouldn't blend in at all. I suppose if you're looking at this video in a very low quality setting, you might actually have a hard time seeing characters and who's who. I can't say that Kirby's been doing a great job to start off with. Finally taking a second hit from Bowser. 100% deficit. Bowser is very heavy, Kirby's very light, so Bowser can take a little bit more damage than Kirby does. But also, Bowser has a very vulnerable recovery, which Kirby is probably better than a lot of characters at trying to hassle off stage. When I say probably, I guess I should say definitely. Kirby has 5 jumps. Well, it depends on if you count grounded jumps, mid-air jumps. Down air doesn't get a second one on Bowser, but he certainly tried. I saw the move came out. He got a stage tech. Neutral air kills Bowser off the side of the stage. Not the move I was expecting to take the first stock. Kirby goes for a very high inhale. If he was a human player, he would have done it slightly more off stage to try to get a very cheesy, easy stock off of Bowser. Now, Kirby just took Bowser's copy ability. That's actually pretty bad for Bowser in that Bowser is one of the better neutral specials, which is therefore better for Kirby to take. Bowser's neutral special can actually do a lot of damage if and that's a spike Bowser can make it back from. There's the fire breath right there. You can see, aside from using it off stage for opponents trying to recover, if you can hit an opponent with one of the first hits of it, it does a lot of damage. And Kirby's copy abilities actually have a damage multiplier on them. I'm not sure if the multiplier also applies to knockback, but that means that Kirby using the move can actually deal even more damage than Bowser will. Bowser making it onto the stage instead of grabbing the ledge actually did get a cheap hit on Kirby. And another down air is going to kill Bowser. This time. Kirby successfully rolling through both hits of the down smash. Bowser getting a footstool. It did actually, and armors through the fire breath. Kirby goes for a double down air, not able to get it to land. Clips Bowser with the Fury Cutter? Hyper Cutter? Ooh, I know it's a cutter. Kirby going for another down air. He seems to be really liking those this year. Bowser gets the spike instead. Bowser actually has a very difficult spike to land because it sends him down so quickly. It's difficult to hit the spike hitbox because the spike hitbox disappears after a little bit. And also, if you miss, it launches you into the blast zone. Kirby, very ambitious going for a down air. Is he going to be able to... He is able to recover. He didn't go too low, although against a character who is more willing to edge guard him off stage, it could have been a problem. Trading some sort of hit with Bowser. Again. And he charges an up smash. It doesn't kill Bowser. Bowser's still alive. Up throw, it kills eventually, but not now. And an up smash point blank will be killing Bowser. Looks like Kirby's going to be moving on. That's also the end of this video. This was the quarterfinals, in case you forgot. Next video is going to be the semifinals. Those are going to be best of 3. Until then, bye.